Hey everybody, what's going on? ShabbyDoo here, and today I'm going to take you on an adventure of 100 days in Valheim, where we go from a naked little barbarian prince into the Viking king that we truly are. So hold on to your Viking hats and get your wolf pelts ready. We're going to dive into something good here. So we land with the crazy bird today, and I first start off by punching quite a few trees. This way we can get our first tools made, get a hammer and get an axe, so we can get really going here. Next, I'm out walking around, just kind of checking out what's in the area, grabbing some berries, and I did a little exploring once night came. So we made a house, and then I went out again, and I started to find these beehives. So I found a beehive here, and I had to jump and hit it. So, you know, there was that. And it started to hurt me quite a bit, but I ate some good food. I had roasted up some meat and ate some berries and mushrooms before I left the house. I'll show you the house in a bit. It's nothing crazy. And so I just went out exploring, and I found a beehive here, and I was very happy about that. That's honey is super good early game, and I realized I didn't have the queen bee, so I couldn't find it. And then I realized it was just hiding upstairs. So I picked up that bee, and then I just kept moving on and exploring the world, and I got lucky. I found a second beehive. So this time I just destroyed the house because why not get some free wood out of it? So I put down a little workstation and I just demolished everything so I could take the wood. And apparently there was a chest in there because I found some flint. So it started telling me about the flint tools I could make and some extra crafting stations. And then I found a third one. And then I went out. I found some boars, so I started to kill these. I definitely wanted those leathers. And then I was looking for flint, so I was trying to find some water, and I found some necks, which are great, so you can get some extra roasted meat as well. These are great early game for HP. So I went, slayed these necks, and then I continued my search for more flint going across the water here. So you saw me, I tried to pick that up. That was just stones. The flint's usually either in the water or right next to it. So I'm going to search in the riverbed there. And on my way back home, because it started to get daytime, so it's almost day 2, I see these necks in the water, and I was upset because I couldn't get them. So I just keep walking along the riverbed going home, finding more flint, and then, of course, because my inventory management is awful and I'm a hoarder, I was over encumbered. So I come home, and I just start cooking up all the meat that I had. This is the house here. It's, like I said, it's nothing crazy. I just opened up the bottom of my chimney so I could use these, so I didn't have to keep making more things. So I'm going around making this. So it's just like a 4x4 house with a little chimney on the side here. So and then I noticed when I was going around that there was a 2-star deer. So I made a knife and I started to stalk it. And he finally kind of slowed down, and I found him over here. So I'm really hoping I could sneak up on this boy, because if you can hit yourself a 2-star animal, they drop you a good amount of materials. Bam. 1 shot, 1 kill. Watch that explosion. That loot explosion right there. I think we got like 8 of everything. And then I found its sister, and I killed her too. So with that, I should have enough gear. So let's go make some leather armor. And so I put down the chopping block so I could get the next tier up on the workshop, which unlocked our leather armor. So I made a tunic, I made some pants, and then I ran out. So I need like 4 more pieces, I think, to make the helmet. So I'm probably going to go out, make that, so I can get a better helmet, and then we'll be geared up. So right now I've got a bow, I've got my hammer, I've got an axe, I've got a flint knife, a club, a shield, and now we've got some leather armor. So we're pretty much ready to go fight the first boss and to keep progressing the game, because then we can get a pickaxe from when we kill him and head into the dark forest. All right, so to end day 2, we are going to summon Yagluth for the first time here. Look at this beauty. I love that magenta fog that comes out of the altar there. It's just such a nice color. So you can tell where the boss is going to spawn by where all those particles are going. So I get my first shot ready, kind of check out the damage, and it's like, oh yeah, this one's pretty weak. So a boar came out of nowhere after me too. It really distracted me from that first shot. And then I played this game like everybody else that's played it when it first came out and put like, I don't know, 80 hours into it. I don't even know how many hours into it the very first time. But so I completely forgot about the pattern here, because with 2 people, this boss is a joke. Like, it doesn't take, like, one person can just run around, the other can hit it with a bow. Then you could just kite it, kind of like I'm doing here. Or you can kind of switch it up, and you can use a sword and board, or club and board in this instance, because we don't have any real good weapons here. So, you know, give it a good few whacks. You save stamina a lot better, and you technically can do damage faster with it too if you time everything correctly. So I'm using the opportunity to kind of raise both of my proficiencies, get a handle of what the skill rotation here is for Ekathir, and also just kind of level up the skills. Like, this is such a great boss fight to level up your bow skills, so definitely do the boss here with your bow, because you'll level it up so quick. It's such a big target. It's super easy. If you eat the same food that I have here, grilled neck, grilled meat, and some mushrooms, you've got a great health bonus for right in the beginning of the game. I'm gonna just keep pelting this thing down and let it get low. And a short while later, we get it pretty low. I got used to it real quick, so you'll see here, like, it'll come at me, it'll do a head charge. I'll just take the hit because I've got so much health and the regen's so high that it doesn't matter, so I'm just pushing right through. And there's the first kill, everybody. First boss complete. Nice, easy stuff. We'll get some hard antlers here, and we'll get the Ekathir trophy. So we got the hard antler, so that'll let us make an antler pickaxe. And what I'm going to do here is we're going to do the boss again. I just did it all with arrows for the most part. My bow broke, so my last hit is with the club here. But I did it again with arrows. One, like I was saying earlier, get your bow skill up, and two, I want to have a trophy to put in my house later. And also I wanted a few more antlers because I don't remember how much I need for the pickaxe, but I want to make 2 of them. All right, so I'm just going to head over here. We're going to throw our first trophy up. I kind of forgot where I needed to put it. I'm like, oh yeah, it goes on the hook, silly. And then we're going to light it up and accept its power. So the first tribute to the gods is complete. And then with that, we can now head out to the Dark Forest to where we can fight the Elder. So we're going to have to go and find him. But yeah, this will conclude day 2. So we started our adventure by looking for the Black Forest and murdering every innocent creature I could find along the way. And in that, I found the burial chambers, which was such a great find. So I went through, opened our first door, number 1 over here, and we found Rattling Bones Idiot number 1. And we made short work of him and every other buddy he had in this place. I found something new behind this door. We had a ghost. These were not in the game when I first played, so I was taking it a little cautious. Then, you know, he sent his little minion after me. He was being a little rat hiding behind that door. So I took care of him real quick. Then took out my bow and took my first shot. I guess he hadn't even heard me because obviously we got a sneak attack on him, which was nice. And then he came up on me really quick and I panicked, tried to switch my club, just shot arrows like nothing, and then finally just bludgeoned the idiot down. And then here I found this camping idiot. He just shot me with an arrow, so I killed him and his rat buddies, finished him off, found their home, went in, made sure to destroy everything in here. I just kind of tanked my way through because these guys can't hit hard. And then we found the last protectors in this place and took care of them, made nice short work of them. So behind door number 1 here was just a single Surtling core, which was nice. Around this little bend here, we actually found 4 cores. That was sick. Coming in, grabbing some mushrooms, found another core back here in the corner. Coming in here, found another 3 in this room. So I had 9 at this point, and then finally found 1 more, which gave us 10, which was perfect. So now we can build everything we need to start with. So we left here, and I guess I went out and found some mead because I just kind of woke up. Come on, I woke up, and it was day 6, and I was just in this like random rundown hut. Don't know why I was here. I'm not exactly sure which was the sequence here, but then I went off and I found this troll cave. I thought I could take it with my shield, but I was wrong. So I killed his idiot brother and his idiot sister I found outside. Take that, Mr. Bully. And then we started mining copper for like 2 days straight, so cue the montage. And so we finally headed home with all of our spoiled goods. our spoils, not spoiled goods. So made plenty of transports here. I can only bring 27 copper at a time. So I dropped one off. Dropped another off. Dropped another off. And, you know, you get the point here. We made... at the end of the day, I think we made like 5 or 6 different trips, I believe, because I even went back to get all the stone, too. I thought about making a wagon, but I need to smelt down bronze for that, so we'll take an inventory. I got a bunch of valuables. I got like 90 copper and like more than half of that of tin. A bunch of monster resources as well. Got all the trophies and such here, too. We got 2 ancient seeds, which was nice, and I also got a bunch of food, so we'll be able to start making some good food soon. So with those 10 Surtling cores, I made a kiln with 5 of them, and then with the other 5, we made the smelter, and so we got a batch of copper brewing. So that was beautiful. And then here is a view of the map. So this is what I kind of explored out here, made some marks. So that's kind of what we're looking at so far. And so I need to build a forge. So first thing was first, I needed a ton of wood. If you know this game, you need wood. Okay, it's like the red light district here. It wouldn't function without wood, okay? So I got the chopping and chopping and chopping and more chopping. Playing with my wood all day, I swear my wrist was just like I had carpal tunnel by the end of this. After all that mining with the, you know, playing with the in the shafts all day, and now this, Jesus. So I got the base down, started to put up the walls, and you know, by the end of it, I realized I needed just a bit more wood still too. So I had some more sitting in the house, so I got down what I could, and then I made a second trip, and then we finished off the house. And, you know, that was when day 9 started. And here it is. Nice, beautiful home. I built a little awning here, a little carport. I'll probably put some resources in there just to make it look nice. And then I'm going to start building our forge in here, and we're going to make that a workshop too. So that was day 9. So we start days 9 and 10 off working in the forge and getting some new gear. So we made Gimli proud by equipping ourselves with our axe for the first bronze item. Then I went out with that axe and hit a couple trees so we could get some fine wood so we can make fermenters, we can make portals, and also so Legolas can be happy for us as well, so we can make a nice fine wood bow. So I went and dropped the anvil next to the forge just so we could have that upgraded. And I made some nails because I wanted to be able to build a carve if I needed it to find the elder. I wasn't sure exactly where he was yet. And I had some leftover material, so I put down the adze to get our workstation to level 4. And then after that, we built that bow. Just because I'm going to want that for the elder and just to get rid of our crappy wooden bow. And then I realized we had a good amount of troll armor. I didn't have enough for the full set, but we made ourselves the tunic, we made ourselves the pants, and then we made ourselves the helmet. The cape costs 10, but I always suggest the cape last because it costs the most to do, and it gives you the least amount of an armor bonus. So now we've got that. Let's get this equipped. Now we're just looking like a... got like a frog suit on here, but we're looking good. We're looking good. We look like we're just a sneaky little bastard. So day 11 started. I was out searching for the elder, and I had to go out in this torrential downpour. It was absolutely miserable, but I'm basically rounding around the dark forest to try and find this here, a nice rune in a house protected by some gray dwarves. So this should tell us exactly where the elder is here. And bam. And luckily he's pretty close to our base, so, and I know I have that water there, so we might need that. Found another burial chambers here. So I went inside there and I got some more Surtling cores because I need at least 2 to make 1 portal, so I need 4 to make a set. And I don't remember exactly how much I got in here, but we definitely got enough. So, and then I had killed some trolls outside, so I had enough to make myself the cape. So now we've got the full set, so now we're a bunch of sneaky boys. And then I got myself the bronze shield as well, just because that's going to be helpful for fighting trolls or anything else in the dark forest that we come across. So with day 13 coming to a start, and we're going to journey towards the elder. And also on the way, I want to try and find a nice spot to build a new permanent home as well. So, and don't forget, fully upgrade your stuff. I'm fully upgrading our fine wood bow so we can get some more damage out of that bad boy, because most of this fight's going to be shooting fire arrows at this elder. So in the original house we had, I dropped down a portal, and I'm just going to label it Elder, so that way when I go out there, I'm going to build a little house and put another portal down so we can teleport in quickly. So and on the way, we found this abandoned village. Didn't have much, just a nice boar and some raspberries. And nicely, oddly enough, I found this mountain. I haven't had a mountain on like my starting biomes before, like my starting island. Not a good sized one. It's not great, but it's good. It's a good island or a good mountain. So we might get some silver out of that later. Then I found this rune that told me about how the gray dwarves are just murderous little bastards. So I made sure to kill as many as I could along the way. And I saw these guys camping out in the woods. So I made sure to come show them that they're not welcome on my island. So day 14 started while I was out on this search for the Elder as well. And we found him down here. So now I know right where he is, but I want to go find a home. And on the way to placing that home, I found this troll guarding a troll cave. So I killed him because we need his hide. And so I shot him in the balls just to preserve that leather. Went inside the cave. We took this ugly bastard out too. So now we've got enough extra leather so we can probably get a couple upgrades on our armor. And I wanted to get across this without getting wet so I didn't ruin my stamina bonus, but because I'm way too white, I only have a 6-inch vertical leap, and I could not even come close to making that jump. I found this abandoned little hut here. I fixed it up a little bit. We've thrown a portal down, and we're going to take that home and get ready to fight the Elder. So this is just... I thought about making my home here, but I later decided against it because it wasn't a great area. So it was a little bit of a waste of time, but it is what it is. So now we're going to go fight the Elder, day 15. We're going to teleport right in on top of this bastard here to make our sacrifice. And unfortunately, I noticed right there was a gray dwarf spawner nearby, so I was kind of hoping it wasn't going to get in our way. But unfortunately, they do get in my way. We'll see that in a bit here. So we start the fight off. This is pretty much an all-ranged fight, especially at this level of the game. So I'm shooting him alternating between fire arrows and wood arrows. Shooting multiple times with the fire arrows is just a waste of fire arrows because the DOT doesn't stack. So if you just go fire arrow and then you go wood arrow or flint arrow and switch back every other, it does a good job. Now, I forgot the mechanic here, so I started to fight these because I wanted to stay in this little corner here because it was pretty good and he wasn't moving towards me very fast. But you know, as things go, you got to keep moving, and here's the first time the Grey Dwarves really got in my way. It was very annoying and unfortunate, but they're just some small guys, so we took them out, ran around the circle here. And then a brute came over, and this was kind of the last straw. I was like, okay, these guys are going to keep coming. We're barely a third of the way through this fight, and I can't be fighting brutes and having shamans coming in. Heaven forbid the shaman came and started to heal the boss on me as I was fighting as well. So I'm really eyeing that spawner over there. We're going to go take care of that. We don't need these bastards helping the Elder out any more than they already are. So I make my way in. I thankfully didn't get wet. I ran out of my stamina trying to jump. Again, that 6-inch vertical leap doesn't get me very far. And so we came down here. I was waiting for my stamina to get up a bit, eat some food, blow up this spawner, and then we're going to fight the Elder down this way because he walks pretty slow. He's a big, lunky bastard. This guy's just like Lurch, right? So I just kind of sit down here. We're going to start pelting him with arrows after we take care of these damn Grey Dwarves. So this was a pretty decent spot. I was hiding behind this tree here, and there were some other rocks behind me too. But eventually he started to break everything. So I turn around, we get up here. Beautiful sight. And of course, there's going to be a Grey Dwarf up here too. The little bastard was just camping and waiting for me. Thought he was going to get the sneak on me. And he did. So turn around, mess that boy up. And we get him down nice and low. He's destroying the ecosystem out here. You know, come on, get that tree out of my way. Boom, he's going to get that last shot on him, and he's going to go down. And then I'm going to climb down the mountain there. I was dropping some inventory stuff, so I've got the trophy, and we've got ourselves the swamp key. We need that swamp key so we can start looking for iron within the swamps and those little dungeons out there. But don't forget to pick that up. So I teleport back home, and this is the end of day 15 here, and I was just happy with my victory. Did it first try, didn't do anything stupid, so I went and took a well-deserved nap. And every time we go and sacrifice, some little idiot has to come up behind me and just sneak attack me. First it was a grayling, now I got a neck. I don't even know what a neck's doing out here. There's no water here. So, but we do that, and I start doing some upgrades around the base now. So we make ourselves a pickaxe. I get myself a mace so I can have another weapon. So I've got my axe, and now I've got my mace, and we got a nice bronze shield. So I go out to explore because I need to find a new home, and I found this nice opening here. Nice on a hill. Another stupid neck hanging out here, but I thought this would be great because it's right near the water too, so we can put our car right in there and we can sail from right out of here and go exploring. But yeah, we're gonna make good use of this space here. So I start by flattening out the land. I got down a little blueprint for what I was thinking about doing. I ended up changing it a little bit, and here's the finished shell of the house. So it looks pretty nice. I'm not a very good builder myself, but I didn't think I did too bad of a job. It took me a long time, and I figured no one wanted to see another wood cutting montage, right? So that's the house here. We've got ourselves a nice porch. So we'll put some of our tools out here, and then inside we'll have a workstation on one side and a bedroom on the other. We'll put most of our storage in here as well for the time being. So we went back home. I made myself a cart. Loaded it up with my entire life savings for the first trip. Took a few, but the cart is just such an amazing tool. Don't forget to use this, and it's great for wood cutting too. Take it into the forest with you, and you can load the thing up with wood and make one large trip back and forth. So yeah, we make our way through here, and man, look at that house. That looks pretty good from out here. I do say so myself. But yeah, that's how day 21 kind of starts, and I just keep going through till about midday. And we just keep bringing everything into our house, and then we start building the inside of the house. So starting off with the morning of 21 here, we've got the house and the dock nice and complete. So let's take a peek ski inside here. So here's the outside. The shell hasn't changed since we last looked at it. And going in, we've got ourselves a nice workbench all set up, as well as the fort. I've got some of the stuff outside just to put some flair on the deck, as well as keep the inside nice and clear. So you can see we got ourselves level 4 here and a level 2 forge at the moment. I don't have the means to upgrade that at the moment. And here we've got plenty of storage capacity. Each shelf there has 6 chests, so we've got 18 hanging out over there. We've got our cooking station here. And I kind of framed it out a bit just so it looked nice. And I don't know what I'm doing with those shelves yet either, but we'll figure it out. And I've got our kitchen table set up here. So I've got like the max comfort I can at the moment, which is 10. I can't get it any higher until I unlock some new stuff. I've got all my ingredients here. And one cool thing you can do with the horizontal item holders is you can put like mushrooms and stuff on them, and they'll perpetually glow. Yeah, you know what it's time for though? We gotta get out of here. We need to go exploring. We need to go find the next adventure. We've been Susie Homemaker for quite some time now. Now it's time to move on. So let's get in this boat and let's go find us a swamp. We need to go locate Bonemass. The joys of becoming a Viking. My first carve. Oh, what a day this was. A day that we'll never forget. But yeah, I just love this. Coming out to the helm here. Just checking out the whole world. And I got kind of lucky here. We found a swamp not too far away. And we got some draugrs just watching this. And this is a little draugr camp here. So I thought maybe I'll get lucky and have a chest here, which will have some withered bones in it. And if it did, I would get lucky and have at least one of the 3 bones. I think it's 3. A summon Bonemass once we get there. And we got some entrails there that'll make us some delicious sausage. And just great target practice here, you know, building up that confidence going in the swamp that I can just kill absolutely everything without a problem here. And it's true. We are just going to absolutely slay every single creature here, especially that rock that I just hit. That's definitely what's going to happen. Easy counter, get out of here. Slime hiding behind you, no sneak attacks for you. Get him out of here. And I was wrong. This rune doesn't have anything to do with Bonemass. It was just telling me how horrible the people in this world are. So there's that. And we found ourselves our first leech as well. So we took that out so we could get a nice blood sac. Those things are great for healing potions and whatnot, and also frost resistance. So we've got that. I also found some gook. Got our first gook sack here, which can make some green banners. And we found this Draugr. He was just kind of camping out over here, and I wanted to see what he was doing. He looked mighty suspicious, and I found another rune. So I was hoping this would be the one. If I got lucky and found it in my first swamp, this would just, you know, God gamer right here. First swamp, we find it, easy game. So we cleared the place out, cleared the spawner, and there it is. Way the hell over there. It's literally halfway across the world. So here comes the new adventure of trying to find that. And like I was saying, my confidence was high though. We literally killed everything. So I saw 2 spawners over here and thought, let's go take this out. And, you know, going in, nice, easy. You know, we took out some skeletons, took a couple hits, no big deal. But the one thing that everyone forgets when they first come back into this game or they first start this game is that nature is your enemy in the swamp. You are always wet. If you've noticed, my stamina is just not coming back fast enough to actually fight all of these people. So I get pummeled and I run with my tail between my legs. But I noticed I had a trophy on the ground right there. I couldn't just leave that behind. I got to take that with me. Got to take my kill. So, you know, I'm down to 2 HP here. And I am just dodging arrows like it's the Matrix. This freaking ooze thought he could get me. Skeleton, not a chance. But as I'm Achilles, I go down. And that is our first death. So what do? I rage quit. I go to Starbucks, get myself a nice venti nitro cold brew. And I come home and suck it up and restart my life. It's gonna suck. We're going to waste a lot of time here because I didn't have a lot of extra materials. So I grabbed all my old stuff from the old house, brought it back here, and we're going to gear up. And you know what it's time for? I think it's time for everybody's favorite thing. We're going to go mine copper. And of course, we're going to do it in style. So I dug out the entire node that we had been farming at before. Because remember, the nodes go deep, deep underground. So if you're not digging them out, you're wasting so much copper. Yeah, because look how huge this is. And I carved out the center of it. And I still got all this to go. So coming back in, we're going to remake our pickaxe. We're going to make an axe as well in the same process here. And then I had some extra materials, so I put down the, I don't know, I call it the laundry bin. Then we got our pickaxe. I upgrade that so that way we can keep mining. So obviously I keep doing some more mining, and I got enough copper finally made and smelted and bronze to make some full set of bronze armor. I am not going to go down like I did last time in the swamp. We are going to upgrade this thing, and we are going to be strong. And we are going to go there and raise hell. That swamp won't know what hit them. Look how good we look. I also built a fermenter here. I realized I hadn't built these yet, and these things take forever to actually ferment. So we're gonna get those in, and I got them stacked up there in 2. So we're looking great. So then I went outside. I worked on my farming a little bit here and got some beehives down. I kept forgetting to actually put these in, so I'm pretty low on honey. Got a little bit of a farm in, and I made our first miner stamina mead bases. So I'm taking these over, and we're going to bring these right on out. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful stuff. So, made myself my boat again, and it's time. We're going to go get our life back here. Right there. That's where we're going. So, this is where I marked on the map where my boat was. And I was hopeful. I was hopeful. I wanted to get my boat back. It was my baby. My first boat. You always remember your first. And just like the first, she got away. It's not here. So I'm going to just go camp up as close to my corpse as I can. And so this time, though, I destroyed my own boat. I wasn't going to let nature do it. I wanted my own stuff back. So as I make myself back into this disgusting swamp to go restore my life, I ran into their guards, made quick work of them, got my axe out, do a little bit more damage than the mace will. So that was perfect. And I noticed something in the distance over there, and it said something. It said, "Here lies stupid," right there. Yep. So I made sure to clean out the area before I went up and took my stuff, because I know I'm gonna be over encumbered. I can't take it all. So I decided to kill everything in sight before I even bother to start picking through it, so I don't really have too much to worry about. You can see I see a shadow come. Look at that little sneaky boy. Nice try. Nice try. Nice 1-star here, too, so we'll get some decent entrails from him. Make some more sausages out of this boy. Love how we just make sausages out of these, like, undead bastards here. Learned my lesson. Remembered about stamina, so I kited him around a little bit just so I could gain enough to break through. And so I got my inventory all back, grabbed everything I could, or everything that was at least worthwhile, and then I carried on. So we found our first dungeon as well. So I don't have a swamp key with me, obviously, so I'm just going to mark it on the map here. Always mark on your map. It's always good to just kind of go out, explore the whole area, and then you'll know where everything is. And I found this submerged little camp here. So these camps can have chests in them. So I'm really hoping that within this camp is going to be a chest so I can get a free wither bone as well. Usually you find them in the dungeons, but you can find them on surface level as well. Nailed them. What a shot. But there was nothing there. So I was going around and I found a turtle, so we got ourselves some abyssal chitin here. And this will be great so we can make the abyssal hook out of, or harpoon I think it's called. And that'll be great for animal taming and also catching the serpent when I'm out at sea. So maybe I'll get lucky and find one of those as I'm going around. So I got the last bit here. Thought I could play with death, but turtle started going down and my stamina's low. So I go running back to my tent, or my carve. And got back in it, and I keep going. So I'm just out kind of exploring right now. I'm making my way over to where Bonemass is. Oh, there we go. Nice 51 pieces. So that was a very good haul. So yeah, I'm just exploring the way, and I found this swamp. So I started to explore it a little bit here, and there was a surtling spawn over here, which is awesome. What you can do is you can pickaxe the land so that it's just the spawners on top of water, and the surtlings will die in water, so you can have an infinite farm. I highly suggest it. So I did find a camp here, and it did have a wither bone, so that was awesome. Look how far away we are. Made it all the way down this way, found some camps, found some other nastiness, and Bonemass is right over here. Go check them out. Yeah, a lot of surtling spawns over here too, which will be great for farming coal and surtling cores, so I'll never be short again. I can just come AFK out here for a bit. And yeah, here's this big stupid skull. So this whole journey was for him. So we got to get ourselves some wither bones from the dungeons and make our way through. So I got pretty lucky. I missed the recording was a little corrupted, but I found the rune that told us where Yagluth was. So I now know where he is. And I figured while I was out here, because right on the edge of this swamp here, I got some little cloudberries just so I can unlock those recipes as well. Look at that. Medium stamina. And then I also found the merchant. I could say this was probably the best couple days I've had. We got Yagluth, we got Bonemass all set, and I found the merchant. So yeah, I built a little house over here so that we can make sure to teleport back. And I went back and also got some surtling cores from the previous swamp. So yeah, look at that. Merchant's beautiful. Beautiful stuff. So yeah, so we've done a lot too in these last couple days here. So this world is definitely now going to be ours. So this is going to take us over to the trader. I've got one for the swamp. I've got one for Bonemass. And then I have two other ones up top that'll be for Yagluth and the plains at some point, just kind of depending where I make some bases out there. So yeah, this is the route we took. We went all the way up here. That's the swamp where I died in. If that's where I thought the boat was. That's the original swamp. I also died a second time in that swamp, so I had to go back. It was pretty stupid of me. Going around, we found this swamp. I'm thinking about making that swamp my home because there's so many dungeons in there, so we can get a lot of work done. And coming back, you know, I found a fuller's camp over there, so I can probably hit that to get some nice flax at some point. More swamp, and then even more swamp there. And on the other side is where I was out exploring, and I ended up finding that rune to tell us where Yagluth was. And then I came back down here to go check out his area. And now let's first go check out our swamp home. So it was up in that big swamp I was telling you about. Oh, actually, no, sorry. This is the Church of the Bonemass here. So out where Bonemass was, I built a house, and you can see it's on top of something here. I got some nice stone structure to work as a strong base, so they can't get me from below. And you're going to notice here, it's actually the dungeon. You can build right on top of these things, so I certainly did so. So I've got a free dungeon underneath me. Nice looking church here, dedicated to Bonemass, and I see something flying out in the distance. I don't think I've seen that before. It looked like the ghost that we saw in that dungeon the other day. And apparently it was a wraith. I don't remember seeing those before, but it dropped something new. And it gave us a chain, so that was nice. I remember getting chains in these dungeons before, so. But yeah, so I've got that, so. And then in here, we've got just a standard workbench. I want to build a forge, but I didn't bring copper bars with me, so I couldn't do that. But otherwise, it's pretty good. So otherwise, though, I come in, I get the farms all set up as well. Right there was carrots. Here I'm getting the turnips, and you got to make sure to space them out nicely as well. If they're too close together, they're not going to breed. All right, we start off day 36, just heading back out to the swamp. And what we need to do here is start getting some iron scrap. So first things first is I'm going to show you my swamp house that I've built around, I think I have like 9 or 10 dungeons out here. So this is the little storage room slash portal. You can see we've got like 5 chests in here. And then across the way is the employee lounge. This is where I have my naps. I've got some boating materials up here. I have another chest for storage. Plus, I've got the bed. Nice little trophy. So, nice little comfort spot here. I think it's like a comfort of 7 or 8 maybe. I might even have comfort 10. I don't remember. But we can get a nice rested bonus in here. So, coming on downstairs, we've got our campfire out of the water. And we've got a fully functional crafting station all downstairs for the forge and workstation. So we're good. So coming through for our first adventure into the mines here. This one was actually huge. We got a pretty decent bounty out of this. So coming in, you can see we've got plenty of muddy scrap. We got a little bit of it. Got a chest here as well. I'm also going to grab these mushrooms because we need them to keep making food. So we got a little bit of stuff. Nothing great in there though. It'll come in handy though. Need a little bit of cash. So let's get mining. This is what we're going to be doing for quite some time. I find that even more so than silver, mining iron is the most time-consuming thing in this game. So you can see here, this is the haul for the entire mines here. And what do I got? I got like 120, 130 or so scrap there. So that was perfect. So come back to the house. I went, got some rocks, and I raised and leveled out this land, and I used some little cheeky methods with the pickaxe to do it for a lot cheaper. And you can see here, I've got a Surtling core spawner right near the house, and so what I did was I dug out the ground, so this way you have an auto farm. So while you're out and about, you can get Surtling cores. So that's how we built this relatively easily, and it's how I fuel everything, which is why I don't even have a kiln. So picking up some of this iron here, we've got all sorts of new recipes coming in. So mind you, this is just from the first haul, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some of this stuff. We'll make an iron pickaxe, and that'll be the first thing I prioritize if I can get through all the mine. Let's see. There we go. Get those nails. Now we can make the longship. I love the longship. It's such a beautiful boat. So I made those nails so we can do that. Now we can also make the throne if we want to, so we can increase comfort levels. And for almost 20 days, was that like 16 days, I think it was, I just went dungeon to dungeon to dungeon, and it just took so long to get all the materials back from the dungeon to my house. It's a good thing that there are so many chests in there, so you can store everything right in there and then just run them all back and forth. So I've got all of our iron gear. We've got the huntsman bow and everything. So we've got everything leveled up and maxed out. I went and bought a measuring yard. The extra weight was killer. It took me like 3 or 4 dungeons before I remembered I could go get that. But I also still got the troll cape, because I'm not even going to bother leveling it, because we're going to be getting the wolf cape soon once we head out to the mountains. But let's see here. So these are all the dungeons I had in this area. So I had 9 of them. So I just went, took care of all 9 of those, made everything I could. And then I came out here. Oh, look at this bow. It's just so beautiful. Beautiful bow. I love when you get your first bow upgrade. But yeah, so I made a quick dock here. I had some core wood lying around still. Make sure you do put like a roof over this thing, because with all the constant rain in here, you can see even it still breaks down over time so much quicker than anywhere else. So do make sure to do that. And so now we've got our beautiful longboat. It's huge and it's just for me. But the best thing about the longboat isn't just its aesthetics, but it's its storage. Look at that. Look at this. You ready? Bam. That's all my extra iron. And I also got some ancient wood to bring back with me. So that way I can take it home and just keep all this at my house. And I can hope I never have to come back here again. So we've got a long journey ahead of us. I'm going to get in this boat. We're going to finally get home on day 55. Ooh, it was rough living in that swamp. And literally just outside my swamp here, like, look, that's my house. It's right over there. I see a turtle. And I love finding these. We'll get some more abyssal chitin. I need to make a harpoon so that way we can try and get some serpent. I want to kill one so I can learn how to make, like, I think it's like serpent cakes or something. And you can get some scales from it as well that you can use to make a shield and maybe some armor. I know there's a shield, but I think that might be it. So I went up here. I had a stamina potion ready just in case I needed it, and I did. So I popped it there so that way I could keep going. This wasn't a very great haul, though. It wasn't like that first one we did where I got 51. But that'll do. Nice 38, and then we'll just head home. So, made it home. Now I'm just going to spend like another half a day just bringing all this stuff out. I'll probably just wheel the wheelbarrow over here and get it out somehow that way. So, took a nap. Day 56 is upon us. Got a nice sausage breakfast ready for us because you know what we're going to do today? We're going to go finally fight Bonemass. We've got everything back in the house, and I'm ready to just take this idiot down. So, coming here, I've got my wither bones. I also forgot to eat my food before I got here, so I do got to wait for that to regenerate real quickly. And now let's summon this bad boy. And I always suggest as soon as you see it summoned, just run up to him and get ready for a few good attacks on him because he takes a minute to spawn. So, and I'm just going to power through this because we've got fully leveled up iron armor. My weapon's leveled up. I've got a potion or a poison resistance on, so I'm taking much less damage from that. So it's really perfect this way. So now we'll just get in here, get a few more whacks on this idiot. Turn them down, and the worst part is still stamina because we're just so low. So you use your stamina potions as you can, and then you just get in there, whack that idiot until he turns into a nice gloopy trophy and a beautiful wishbone. So with that wishbone, we can now head to the mountain range and start looking for silver. So that means we'll get some wolves, we'll fight some drakes, get dragon eggs, and get silver now. So let's throw this guy up here. And I missed the hook. I thought I was at the wrong thing, so I did a little quick circle and realized, nope, I was at the right one. I'm just stupid. So I put him on the hook, and I realized when I put it up, that trophy looks a lot different than the first time, or at least I remember it differently. So they must have updated it, which is nice. It looks beautiful. So I decided to take a little detour after I went home and came to the mountains out here, grabbed a frost resistance potion, or a couple of them. I had some made. And I wanted to go check out just this little one and see if maybe I can get lucky and find the rune here. Or at the very least, fight some drakes and wolves, get some basic recipes, and just get a couple unlocks here. So I see a wolf up here right in the dark. He's a sneaky boy, so we'll hit him with some fire arrows, and he tanked that well. And holy crap, it's a 2-star. So I get my gear out, and he just tore through my shield and then immediately did 63 damage. So I just start swinging wildly because I can't block its attacks with a fully leveled up iron square shield. But we got lucky. We destroyed him. He nearly took us out in one bite. That was absurd. And honestly, he didn't even give us a lot of goodies. So that's fine. We'll kill his buddy here. Hopefully that we can one-shot him and he's not a 2-star as well, or I'm in trouble. Perfect. And that one just sneaked away over the hillside on me. So we'll come up, grab some more of this goodies here. I'm looking for a wolf head because now I want to get that so I can unlock the next couple of recipes with the wolf head, which would be the cape. And I don't remember if I needed silver or not with that, but I'll find out. And coming up the hill here, I can see a drake up here, and drakes are usually a great sign for dragon eggs. So I'm really kind of hoping maybe I'll get my first dragon egg, and I'm so close to home that I can just bring that home and be done. And perfect. One shot. My bow is so strong. And I'm checking over the edges here. I'm looking for rune tablets. I'm looking for houses. I'm looking for wolves, Fenrir, more drakes. And there was no dragon egg up here, but there was a rune, so that's nice. And a little letdown. It wasn't Martyr, but it's just giving us the lore information for Fenrir. So he's like a werewolf that spawns at night. He's pretty strong too, so be careful. So I'm gonna go grab this freeze gland over here. And there we go. And no new recipes, but that's fine. New item. So I made my way down to another mountain. So I've just got the boat with me. We're going mountain to mountain so I can find some new... So we can try and find Martyr, essentially. So we killed this guy here. Beautiful shot. And we did get a trophy head, so I need the drops. I've got some entrails here. Get rid of that nastiness. And now we've got the Drake trophy. And I know we need that for something, but I'm pretty sure I need silver. And, oh, I just saw an egg, but there's a wolf hiding around the corner here, so we'll take him out. And I missed the block entirely, so I'm just going to beat him up before I embarrass myself any further. And I can grab this egg. I'm going to put the measuring yard on because, well, they're freaking heavy. I think they're like 250 kilos or maybe even 300, something ridiculous. So now with that, we've got our first dragon egg. And so that was the island I found the first egg at. And now I'm way over here. And I scoped out the entire outside of it to see how big it was. And it's not big, but I did find this rune. And again, we were just let down. It's just telling us some more lore, which is great. But I'm looking for Martyr, okay? Could the next room please give me Martyr? And while running around, I did find this hut, and at the same time I was inside, I got the notification saying I was being hunted. This is my first world event in this world, period. No troll invasions, nothing. I get a freaking hunted. I've never even seen this one before. So I'm taking out all the wolves. I've got a Drake coming in. So this will be a good little farm here, at least for me. And then I land down below and I noticed we got a rune in here, and I never looked at it before this hunt started, and it's Martyr. And it's actually not very far. It was pretty close to where those first couple mountains were that I went. So I just need to get across the ocean. So it's actually not a far trip from home, which is really convenient. So let's grab all these goodies here and make our way back. So I found a couple more eggs along the way too, and I threw them in my boat. I had taken the little boat with me too. So got our eggs in there. Beautiful. Plop that in my inventory, and we're gonna go bring these in the house and get ready. So I made it to Martyr's Mountain over here, and you know, we're already at day 60, and I spent a couple days running around. I was trying to find some silver, but I kept getting attacked, so I wasn't able to get every location. But I found this nice vein here, and we've got this idiot standing on top. So if you could get out of my shot, please. Thank you. Come on, one more. Get out of here. Thanks, boss. So now we can get up here and mine this. I like to dig them out like this so I can see where it all is, and it just feels easier for me then, or at least faster, in my opinion. So we'll mine this out, and then we'll go on a little house tour as well, because I gotta finish it. You saw there's a little log cabin next to us right here, and now it's done. So we mined that silver, and you know, come check it out. I've got my fire here. I put a nice iron gate down because I had some iron. I wanted to use it up and make something look nice. So here, unlike the swamp, I did put down a kiln because I need to make charcoal. So I went chopped some trees down, built the kiln, and now I'm just kind of processing the silver from that was right next to this little log hut here. And I went and farmed. I spent more time making this house too because I went back to the forest, got some core wood. I wanted to make a log cabin in the woods. I thought that'd be pretty cool. So I'm doing that. I'm smelting silver now. So let's go take a look inside. You can see I've got some of my stuff outside as usual. And right inside, we got like comfort 14, I think, in here. And I've got extra dragon eggs right next to my throne. We've got some banners down, some nice Drake trophies above my head. We got some wolf trophies at the head of the bed. Got some reinforced chests here that are pretty full. I need to do something with that meat. Bring them home, make more turnip stew because I'm getting low again. And then I've got some wood and some iron that I had brought back with me. And then there's that. So yeah, it's looking pretty good in here. We got the portal obviously in the house as well. So it's a nice little log cabin to get us going. And then spend about the next 8 days roaming around this enormous mountain, grabbing all the silver I could. There were plenty here. And then I crafted up some new gear. And we got all of our upgrades complete, which included a nice new bow, a new shield, obviously a nice wolf cape, so we're looking beautiful. And now with all of our new gear crafted and upgraded, I think you know what that means. We got to go fight Martyr. So Day 74, I'm finally done crafting, done sitting in my winter lodge up there. So I set up the little cheesy method because I really don't like the modder fight. She spends so much time in the air, and her like rain of icicles is just super deadly if you don't get cover in time. So I built this little hut down here, put some chests down here just so I could fill up the space and drop some extra stuff in here. I had all my arrows in here as well, plus dropping my gear that I don't need on me right now. And now we're ready for this big sacrifice. So we chalk up 3 eggs and piss off the mother of all dragons. And then we're going to just take to our little hidey hole here and just mow her down. So this is the nice cheese here. She pretty much will sit up here. She can't really hit you too much except for her icicle shot that she rains down from above you as she flies around. So the point to here is you just kind of sit in your hole and, yeah, see, like that one hit me there. So I must have been standing just a little too high. But you just alternate between poison arrows and fire arrows, and that way you can get 2 stacks of DOT on her. And then when you get her in a nice position like this, you can just really rain the damage on her. And now Martyr in tears. So now we've got the materials that we need to create the artisan table, and we've also got Martyr's sweet head. She blew up all of my nice torches I had up here. This place was nice until this dragon just came in like a bull. But now we just go sacrifice this and get one of my favorite abilities in the game, which is the dragons, which is tailwind. So now when I'm driving around in my boat, I can actually put a tailwind on and get some good speed and not have to roam around the entire world slowly. So I throw down the artisan table just so we can see the unlocks here. We got the blast furnace, the windmill, and what is it, a spinning table. And so now is time. We got to head out to the plains. We got to get ready for Yagluth, right? So we got to farm a bunch of things. But first, I kind of wanted to just do a little dry run here. So I went to the little tiny plains nearby, and I can see some death skeetos in the air. I can see some fullers out there. We got some lucks as well. So we make a beautiful snipe there. Just nice long distance shot. And I see another easy shot here. And I get distracted by that death skeeto coming. Missed my shot, but finish that one off before it can even touch me, so that's great. Go finish off that third one. Grab our needle here so we can see what our new material is. So now we can make needle arrows, which are great arrows. I think they add like piercing damage or something. And then we'll follow up with a nice Lux kill. That way we can get the Lux cape. We can get Lux meat out of this and also make the Lux rug. So now we can get better comfort in our house. Let's kill the fuller. I missed it on camera. But got some new black metal scrap that we can go and smelt into black metal bars. And then I discovered a nice little tower here. So these things can be pretty good because they can usually have the totems in them that we need to sacrifice to fight Yagluth. So we fight these guys up at the top here. And then I go ahead inside and I realize they're camping and just throwing spears down at me. So there's only one right thing to do. Hopefully they jumped off. They didn't. So I blow up the floor underneath them and just kill them by dropping them on the ground. Pro moves. So, and then because I blew that up, I couldn't get to the top where the chest was. Threw down a workstation, climbed back up here, put down our platform so I can finish the descent. Grab the black metal scrap here. And we also got some barley. So that'll unlock a few more recipes as well. We can go and throw that in our windmill when we do make one to get flour, and we can make some amazing food with all that. Fish cakes, serpent stews, and all sorts of other things. I also found, and there was no totem there, unfortunately, either. And so I find this big camp here, and I spent quite some time. I probably spent like a full day at this place just fighting fullings and what, the big mother ones. I forget what they're called, just the trolls or ogres. I don't remember now. What does that say? Fulling berserker. So like I said, we spend like the whole day just kind of picking these guys down with arrows. It's really the best way to do it. You don't want to go charging in. These things can just be riddled with enemies, and they can even have the little witch doctors that'll put shields up and heal people and shoot fireballs at you. It's just an absolute mess of an encampment. So we clear it out. We got the last fulling over here. I picked up all the chests. There was no, I don't think there was any flax in this place either, so that was quite unfortunate, but that's all right. We'll find some as we keep going. Flax is important for some of our later gear. And as I was cruising around for more planes, we found our little serpent buddy here. So I had my spear with me. I keep it in my boat at all times. And if you don't know, this is the trick to catch serpents. You don't fight them in the water, because if the water's too deep, their stuff sinks. I don't know if the Hearth and Home update fixed that, but Hearth and Home hadn't come out quite yet. for this playthrough, so I used the old tried and true method, drag it onto shore. What's actually really nice about this method over here being in the plains is the fullings, they don't like the serpents, so I can let them kill it for me. I don't even have to try. I just grab her by the hook again and just tie her up, and the fullings over there just finish her right off. So now all I have to do is finish the fullings off, head over and grab my meat. And now we've got some new recipes. We can cook serpent meat, we can make scales, we can make a new shield out of it. I don't think it's better than the black metal shield, which is unfortunate, but that's fine too. So we did get a totem here, and so I head inside to kill this last fulling, and then I realize after getting hit in the head with the spear, there's one more, and all of my food is on cooldown. I get kind of stuck over here. I run out of stamina, don't get the kill. A death skeeto comes out of nowhere, and finally he just gets one more tap on me, and I die again. It's like my third death, I think, in this entire run. Not terrible, but not great, I guess. So I got in a boat, came back with a hammer, and thankfully my totem was on the ground, so I just kind of peeked around the corner, grabbed all my stuff, geared up, and then I killed that little idiot hiding in the corner, so that way we could just get out of here. I think I just snapped him in the head with an arrow and left. And there was a troll there too, but I left him. You can see the boat I brought, the carp, and now we're just going to get in the longboat, and we're going to keep moving because I'm trying to find a nice home for within the plains. And by day 81, I found it. It's actually right next to where Yagluth is. And I find this beautifully flat area because I wanted to make a nice big house. I've never really done a big build before, so I thought today would be the day. So it's nice because we had a little bit of stone structures here, so I could get some starter stone, because I'm going to make this whole thing out of stone and just make like accents with wood. And all of a sudden I realized there was a little fulling camp next to me as well, so I'm going to have to take care of that. And so I came up here, destroyed all the guys in it, and then I put down a stone cutter, and so I could blow this up because I needed some more stone to keep my building going, and this is a great way to get some fast and easy stone. There's some better methods too, but if these are near you, just destroy them. Like, look at all this. You'll get some wood, you'll even get some deer leather, which helped me later because I forgot to bring deer leather with me. And yeah, just go in here, you'll get a couple stacks of this stuff, at least one entire full inventory of it all. So then I'm going to bring it back down and give you a little quick tour here. So here's the base of my base, so the foundation. The foundation's still not done. I think I'm going to double that size right there, but I need a lot more stone. So I head out to the desert with my wagon and I go and look for these giant pillars, and I do this quite a few times. I go out in my boat eventually and just kind of start driving around until I find them, and I would just go out until I came back with an entire boat full of stone. So do that, throw it in there. You can get a couple stacks out of it. You get a few hundred stone every time you break one of those. And this one was pretty close to my base still, so I used my my hoe to make a little path so I could get across that water there, and so I can bring this all the way back to my base, really far, but I think I had almost a full wagon of just stone, so it was really worthwhile. But that's pretty much the last bit of stone on this land that I can work with, so I'm going to use this to build the rest of my house, and then from there, I'm just going to be, like I said, I'm going to take the boat out, I'm going to get a bunch of wood and materials, and go from there. And now, repair all my goods and take a nap, make this. I think this is technically day 82 right here. Yeah, that's day 82. But now we're on day 98, and I spent quite a bit of time farming and building, but now we're going to be a true Viking king, and every king needs a beautiful castle. So we've got my castle here, and we've got our corpse maker trophy right on the front door. It's one of my favorite trophies in the game. It just looks so nice. It's unique. It's fluid, literally. And so let's take a little tour around. It is a symmetrical base. So when I've got I went back and killed a couple bosses so I can get one of every trophy for them, except for Yagluth, obviously, because we haven't killed him yet. So we've got Martyr on the back. We've got, the Elder, and we've got Ekathir. And this was my original hut where I was kind of working out of, and I built a small little cultivation area here so I could be getting materials as I was progressing through the days, because obviously, you know, it took quite a while to get here, day 98, but let's give you everything you want to see. So let's head inside. So the whole first floor here is all about crafting. So we've got our artisan room, a workshop, we've got storage, and we've got a forge. And we've got an empty hallway here. We could turn this into a portal room. I didn't want to. I've got one upstairs, and you'll see it. But I'm still not quite sure what I want to do with that little empty space there to fill it. So in here's the artisan room. I've also got the stone maker in here. And I've got a chest just to store all the things. You don't need a lot, so it's pretty empty right now. And also, we've got at the bottom of every... This is on all four sides, and it's open at the top, so you could cultivate all this if you want and grow some stuff down here, too. You know, you could probably get like 6 or 7 different, like, barleys and flax down there. So up to you. Then I've got the workshop here. So obviously, this workshop is maxed out. level 5 workshop here. Good to go. And then I've got a little storage chest here. I've got 6 chests in there. I also put a nice little wood pile for decoration with the adze next to it. Then coming back in, we're going to check out the forge here. So same thing, just like the workshop. It's just the forge. It's going to have that same little storage chests over here. Same with the ladders going up or the spiral staircase. And then our storage, I've got a couple wagons sitting in here. Same, we've got some storage on the sides and on the ceiling as well. Made enough room for that. So it looks beautiful. And now we gotta go upstairs. We've still got the best part of the house to see, but I can see someone outside trying to break my stuff here. What is this guy doing? Who does he think he is? This is the king's hut. This is the only thing about living in the plains, obviously. Things come up to you all the time. He's destroying my cultivating field. That's fine. We don't actually care about this field that much. I don't use it anymore. I'll show you my new farm. You can kind of see it in the distance over there. Looks beautiful. All right, going upstairs now. If we go up from the storage here, we get to one of my favorite rooms here. Now, I have to finish decorating it. I was kind of running out of time, obviously, to keep this at 100 days. But this is the mead hall. I've got iron gates on all these doors because I thought they looked better. So we got the mead hall here. And I wanted to put some more decorations down, put some food down, put the actual tankards and mead. But it's literally nighttime of day 98, so we still have to kill Yagluth. But yeah, check out the smelter here. So we've got 2 smelters. We've got the roofs open, so they work down below here. I've got a nice chest or 2 in here to keep all the materials in. And then right in the middle, this is what I was talking about the portal room. Looks really nice. So you can see we get the Church of Bonemass, and we've got the swamp home, we've got the forest and the sacrificial altar. Followed by the other side, I've got the trader, I've got the mountains, and then obviously I've got your mom and your dad's house because we make a lot of trips out there, and I got to make sure it's convenient to go see them as often as possible. They'll always build a nice portal room, and I thought this was nice because it used up the space in the middle as well. So let's go check out the blast furnace here. And it's the same thing. Got them spaced out a little bit. Got a couple chests in here. So this is where I get all my black metal. And then finally, the best room in the house. I spent some time decorating this here. We got the king's quarters. And so I think something happened with the home and hearth update because I can notice my comfort's only 13. And before the update hit, it was comfort 18. So I'm not sure. But the update literally hit as I was recording this. So it's fine. But you can see I've got all these nice weapons and everything. I've got some totems on the table, nice food and everything. It's looking really good. So definitely a room fit for a king. But yeah, I was pretty confused when I was doing this because I didn't realize, like, I don't know why my comfort was so low. So I'll figure that out later, but that's no big deal. And there's all sorts of new items in here, so comfort's not going to be a big deal anymore. Or like trying to get it high. There's so many new items. But now to one of my favorite parts of this is the roof. So you can see we've got the blast furnaces sticking out to vent, and I've got the charcoal kilns up here with some beams. So what'll happen is when you put the wood in, the charcoal falls down, and then the beams are there to support the roof because it needed a little extra support. It was breaking, and so I can stand on it and filter in the logs. And we've got our beehive over here. Looking great. Little platform to walk into it. We got a windmill. This will give us our lovely flowers. And we got a whole cooking station here. With this awesome pit, we were able to get a ton of cooking stations. And you can see I've got plenty of honey, and we've got all of our foods here. I've been making food like crazy because I needed so much stamina to make this castle. It was out of control. So this is definitely where I spent a lot of my time. And you can see, you know, I'm pretty chock full of soups and stuff that I made. We got Lux meat, bread, honey, barley. We've got all of our resistance potions over here. We've got our fermentation station here. And I've got chests just filled with all of the uncooked stuff or unfermented bases. So I've got plenty of resources. So So we're going to need some fire resistance potions for Yagluth. So that's what I had been producing beforehand, but you can see here I've got plenty. I've literally just been chalking them up as I went. And I was doing them at the other house as well, because remember, I still got, what, 4 or 6 more at the first house we built, I think. So we've got plenty of goodies. But let's go check out, oop, fell through a hole. But let's go check out this field here. So I dug out all around it, just because obviously I didn't want these to be hit by monsters at all. And we've got our flax field here. We got barley right on the opposite side of it. And it's a little raised, so you can see the difference too right here. So, and I thought this looked awesome. So nothing can get in here. So these are 100% safe. And we got the nice moat around it. I didn't bother putting a moat around the castle because I thought it just looked better without it, honestly. And I just wanted to be able to stand on the castle and look over at my wheat fields. And now I've got this tower. This is where that goblin or the fuller camp was. So we built the tower. And I like the green. I thought the green looked really good out here at night. So we used the green torches because I still had guck from when I was playing around in the swamps all day. Yeah, it's looking awesome. Look at that. So let's go take a look inside. So I just used some core wood. You can't walk up it easily. You get down easy, but this is super cheap and I didn't have to really think very hard about it. So that's why I liked it. So the only issue is when you're low on stamina, you can't really get up here very fast, but it's okay. Then I've got some more torches up here, so it looks really good from a distance, and check out that view. This is a view for a Viking king right here. All right, let's do this. So we're on day 99 now. We've got 1 day to go. If I don't get this fight, I don't even think I have enough totems at home to retry this. So we got to do this in one try. You can cheese this boss. I don't find this boss very hard. With a fire resistance potion, as long as you avoid the meteor, his flamethrower for the most part, and his smash down attack, you can pretty much just fight this guy head on. And I brought the Bonemass ability with me because I'll get resistance for like crushing damages and whatnot. So as I pop that, I can just sit there and face tank him for a while. And you see here in our first exchange, you know, I got to start running now because he's summoning his meteor shower. But we got a good chunk, what, maybe 1/10 of his health. So, you know, this fight's like a nice 10-minute fight maybe. You got to like really manage your stamina. But it's not the worst. You can dig a hole in the ground and make him fall in if you want to cheese it, though. So after, I don't know, I think it took me like 8 or so minutes to do this, maybe 10. So we defeat Yagluth. Again, not the hardest boss in the game. He's really easy if you have 2 people, like beyond simple. So we got the Yagluth thing. This is a placeholder in the game. It's still a placeholder in Home and Hearth because obviously you can tell from the updated side panel that Home and Hearth updated while we were playing. And it still doesn't have a place in the game just yet. But let's go sacrifice this. He's going to be useful in probably the next area we get to when they come out finally, because his abilities gives us resistance to all sorts of elements, what, frost, fire, and electric damages. So he'll be useful later in the game. But yeah, guys, we've done it. 99 days in, and we have finally beat the game. For what's available, at least. I was surprised I could even get this far in 100 days myself. I didn't think I was going to make it. But I hope you all enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun making this. I spent a lot of time, obviously, making the game, doing the edits and everything. So do leave a like down below if you loved the video, and leave me a comment as well. Let me know what you thought about this 100-day challenge. And if you're new here, do hit that subscribe button as well so you can get back here for that sweet daily content. But all right, guys, as usual, this has been ShabbyDoo, and I hope the rest of your day is not too shabby.